Hi, welcome to this Power Query video. My name is Ahmed Oyelowo. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at a different way that you can use for appending queries inside of Power Query. All right. Now let's assume that we have these two tables, table 1 and table 2. The content is very clear. So you have characters A, B, C, D with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 on the first table. On the second table, you have characters E, F, G, H, and 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want to append these two tables together so that we can have all characters from A up to H right there in a single table. All right. Of course, you know how to use a classic append queries. Just come right over here to the right hand side. And if you click on the drop down for append queries, you will see that we have two options there. Append queries and append queries as new. The first option for append queries is basically going to just, add the new data set to this current table that I have. So this table right now has A to D. If I do ordinary append queries, then it's going to increase this table up to H, or what I have over on the other table. But if I use append queries as new, then I'm going to have a new query right here that is going to serve as the output for my append operation. So let's go with append queries as new first. So if I click on append queries as new, Power Query is going to ask me to provide what my two tables are. In this case, if we have more than two tables, then I would use 3 or more tables. But right now we just have 2 tables. So my second table is table 2. And then if I click OK, then you will see that I have a third query called append 1 that has all the characters from A to H. All right, that's a classic way to append. Now let me show you a different way that you can do exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to right click on this guy and I'm going to delete this append. So let's use method 2. So method 2 is to actually go to home, click on new source and generate a blank query. Okay. Now in your blank query, you are just going to specify equal to table 1. Then you use ampersand key and also type out table 2. So you are basically typing out a list of all the tables you want to append, and you are using the ampersand key as the append operation there. So if I mark this formula right now, you will see I ended up having the exact same thing. All right. Now, what if we're going to try out the first append option? Under append queries, we use append queries as new. If we're not going to use append queries as new, we want to assume that we want to append a different query to one of our existing tables instead of creating a fresh query, right? So let me delete this guy, delete and delete. Then let's go back to table 1. So I basically just want to append the values in table 2 to what I have in table 1 right now without creating a new query. So I will do append queries, and instead of using option 2, I'm going to use option 1, right? Then I have my dialog box again. The table I'm trying to append to this table now is table 2, and I'm going to click OK, and you can see that table 1 now has the values of table 2 from E to H. All right. Now, can I use the other ampersand method for this same thing? Is it possible to do that? Let me show you how to do that. So I'm just going to delete this last step, append queries, and we are back to original query. So what I'll do now is, instead of using append queries, I want to see if the same ampersand method is going to work. So I'm going to click on the FX button right here beside the formula bar. It shows me equals to change type. Change type right now is just the previous step that you have from here, the output from that previous step. So what I'll just do is I'm going to come right in front of this change type, and I'll put my ampersand key, and I'm going to put table 2 right there, right? And if I tick this, you see we end up with exactly the same result. All right, so that's it. Make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly also hit the subscribe button so you can always get prompt updates on all our new videos.